Hi everyone and welcome once again to our English lesson. I hope you'll be fine. Now, before we get started, please check right here in the description down below. There is a YouTube link that I would like you to watch first. It will help you to understand a little bit more about the topic for today. Then remember, we are still working on present continuous. So, before we begin, please check it out, don't forget it. And if you feel ready, let's get started. As I was telling you, we are working on present continuous, but this time we're gonna check something different. We're gonna see present continuous, but in questions with answer yes or no. These are a special way of asking in present continuous. Please take in consideration that when we are working on present continuous, we must remind that we are making a reference about actions that are happening at the moment. Do you remember? Like, I am speaking, you are listening, the ending ing. Do you remember that? Well, it's the same, but in a different form of asking a question. Okay? So, for this, we must learn the two basic formulas for question and answer. Pay attention. It's not difficult, but you must pay attention. Okay? Well, the question, how can I make a question in present continuous for an answer yes or no? The question. Instead of a question word like what, where, how, when, we do not use a question word. We do not use a question form. Instead, we must begin with the verb to be in present simple. Don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Just pay attention to the formula, okay? To be, present simple, that's the first word. The second word is the subject, that remember that can be a person, an animal, or an object. The subject. Then the verb, that means the action, the verb, with the ending ing. And finally, the complement with the question symbol. Okay? To be, subject, verb, complement. That's the formula for the question. All right? And now the answer. When I have a question like this, I have only two options. Yes or no. It depends on you. Subject, the same subject. Person, animal, or object, it depends. The verb to be again in present simple. The verb with the ending ing and the complement. And this is the formula that we saw before, do you remember in the last lesson about present continuous? Subject, to be, verb, and complement. But this time, the only thing that we are adding is yes or no. And that's it. If you remember this, you will be able to make different kind of questions in present continuous. Now, these questions are to confirm if the subject is doing certain action, okay? Only to confirm yes or no, and that's it. Now, I'm gonna show you something very important because you need to know this if you really want to make different questions with answer yes or no. And it's how to conjugate the verb to be in present simple. Now, the last time we checked that, but for the positive form. Now, as we have a negative answer with the word no, we must check the negative form of the verb to be. Now, check it with me. The subject. I am not. Positive, negative. I am not. You are, you aren't. He is, she is, it is. He isn't, she isn't, it isn't. We are, you are, they are. We aren't, you aren't, they aren't. Positive, negative. For the subject. you must pay attention to the subject so you can know which form of the verb to be you have to use. Okay? Do not forget that. This must be very, very clear in your mind. Okay? Now, if you already checked that, let me show you some examples. Right here. I made different questions. The color blue means that it's a positive answer, and the color red means a negative answer. That means yes or no. Let me show you the examples and then you will understand what I'm telling you. Check the first question. Am I studying English? The verb to be, the subject, the verb with the ending ing, and my complement, such like in my formula. Am I studying English? And I have two options. Yes, I am studying English. Positive. No, I am not studying English. Negative. Do you see? It's the same like that we checked before in the last lesson, in the previous lesson. Let me show you something different now. Are you playing basketball? It's the same. To be, subject, verb with ing, and complement. Are you playing basketball? Yes. You are playing basketball. Positive. No, you aren't playing basketball. Negative. Another one. Is David doing homework? David. Remember that sometimes we can change the pronouns for different words, but the answer will be different. Pay attention. David, it's a boy, so that means I am talking about he. So that's why instead of repeating the name, I can change it by a pronoun. Is David doing homework? Yes, David, he is doing homework. Or no, David, he isn't doing homework. Do you see? I can mix names and pronouns, but you must pay attention, okay? Because you must know who are you talking about. Another one. Are the doctors helping people? Are the doctors? The doctors. Plural. Which pronoun? We? Only you? They. So for the answer, are the doctors helping people? Yes, they are helping people. They, the doctors, they. Positive. No, they, the doctors, they aren't helping people. Negative. Do you see? You can answer these questions by different ways with different words, but you must pay attention to what? Pay attention to the subject and the verb to be. That will tell you, if you pay attention to those details, which one you have to use to answer a question, to this kind of questions, of course, only when we follow this formula. Okay? Try it in your own house with maybe mom, dad, or a family member that you have close to you, and try to make different questions. For example, hey dad, is my mom cooking a soup? And you have two options. Yes, my mom is cooking a soup. Or no, my mom isn't cooking a soup. She's cooking a cake. Another one. You can go with your grandpa and you can ask him, Grandpa, are my friends studying French? And he can answer, yes, your friends are studying French. Or another one, no, your friends, or instead of your friends, you can say they, no, they aren't studying French. And you can change it with animals too. Hey, Mom, is my cat sleeping on the bed? And she might telling you, yes, the cat is sleeping on the bed. Or, no, the cat isn't sleeping on the bed. It is sleeping on the sofa. Try to make at least 5 questions and answer them with your family. Try to practice this formula because I am very sure that you will be able to domain this way of asking very, very soon. I hope you like this lesson. Please continue working hard so you can improve your skills in present continuous. Thank you very much for your attention. I really hope to see you soon. I send you a very big hug. Take care. Goodbye.